This is the Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. This morning, we're going to talk about how to make the most of the fourth quarter. My name is Lowell Ann, and in my coaching and consulting work, I help solopreneurs stay focused and motivated as we take their business to the next level using some pretty simple structures and technology. We'll be right back after this. Greetings wherever you are. And Nancy, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, that would be a good idea.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, as I get my cord straightened out.
So, welcome to the Being Your Own CEO. This is a weekly success circle intended as a support for solopreneurs. And we get together because we really enjoy each other's company. We love exchanging ideas and experimenting and trying out new things together. If you would like to know what we stand for, please go to my website, beingyourown.ceo.com. You'll see on the video page our list of operating principles. So I want to welcome our visitors to my website, visitors and viewers, and invite them to post, tell us that they're there and tell us where they are and what they do and anything that's new or that they would like to share. So now it's time for the members of the panel to introduce themselves. So let's see, who shall I pick on? Well, let's see David, you were the first one here, so how would you like to go first?
Sounds very good. I'm Dave Flannery with affordable websites for small businesses and United Country Sauk Valley Realty, Team Flannery. And we're getting ready to go into the fourth quarter. This is, for real estate, the hardest quarter of the year.
I bet it is.
Yeah, people don't like, especially in our area, because it's winter or going into winter. No one likes to move, and also the holidays. No one wants to be moving between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's very difficult. Only people that have to move are buying right at this moment.
Right. And that all has to do with the school year, doesn't it?
No, it has to do more with the holidays. Really does, because when after January 1st, we start getting people. But if you think about it, after January 1st, by the time you close your contract and everything, it's 45 days out. You're into March. Or very close to March. So now you're getting into the spring weather. But I will say the school year does have an effect on our business, but that usually starts in August. If you want to be moved by August, and looking in the spring, so that you're moving in the middle of the summer, so
Right,
that you're
right.
transferring your kids.
You've got it all
Between-
all looked after.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, and thank you for being here. And
Also, I monitor the chat, and Javita has just come in and says namaste from India for all of us.
okay,
And
namaste, Javita. Nice to have you there. One of these days, Javita, you're going to join the panel. That's my goal. uh, okay, let's see. Who I'm just going to go according to the film strip as it looks to me right now. So, Nancy, you're the next one. So, what's going on with you these days? Oh, first of all, where are you, David? Oh, Rock Falls, Illinois.
Rock Falls, Illinois.
Yeah, right.
The center of the United States.
Right on. So, Nancy, my friend who just lives up the street from me in Victoria, British Columbia.
Exactly. You just set that one up. Yeah. And it looks like we're heading into a little bit of late fall right now, but that's okay. And I'm all about vital and vibrant health at every age. And I specialize in health and wisdom for women 45 years plus. And imagine waking up energized, happy, and pain-free each and every morning, looking forward to your day. So for the past 16 years, I'm a holistic nutritionist and a Qigong and meditation instructor and practitioner. And over the past 16 years, working with hundreds of people, I've discovered that less is more. And I find in the natural health industry today, people are throwing thousands of dollars down the drain on products they absolutely don't need and may in fact be toxic to their systems. So that's my passion. And of course, I love my USANA Health Sciences because it's simple, clean, and reliable.
Right on. Nice to have you here. You were missing last week because your daughter was visiting.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Yeah.
Speaking of which, before I forget, we will be missing Alana this morning. I got a text from her. She's down with the flu.
Oh.
So she may be watching, but she may be sleeping, she said. So, right on.
Sending her some energy, some healing energy.
Yes. Right? Yeah, absolutely. So, Vivek, you're next in the film strip.
Namaste. My name is Vivek. VivekTechnology.com is my brand. Simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication. That's a belief by Steve Jobs and Leonardo da Vinci. So I'm proud to share that belief with them. Wake Technology aims to simplify things for you. And I'm in England. It's been quite cold outside. It's 4 degrees and -1, 4 and -1. It's between 4 and -1, I'm told.
Wow.
And strange, but anyway. At the moment, a bit of news. I will be doing some work on this.
Oh, you got a home hub.
Yeah. Google Home Hub, and I'll be looking at how it can be useful and all that, and I'll be creating a video about that.
So it looks more like a tablet.
Yeah, not really, because you can't detach this part.
Oh, I see.
Speakers are here. These are speakers.
Oh, wow.
And it does need the power. Without the power, it won't turn on. I haven't yet turned it on, so I'll be turning it on and recording it.
Well, we'll be you'll have people teasing you as they do with me, giving the greeting to Miss G. and
but
it turns it on when you don't when you
no,
least
no,
expect it.
that's the best part of this device. This device is supposed to recognize the voice, each individual voice, and you have to record your voice and register your voice.
Uh,
So it's supposed to, if it's a, it's if it is used by a family, it's supposed to give um, answer to the each member of the family. Whoever asks the question, let's say
yeah.
a child asks the question, so it'll answer appropriately.
Oh.
So that's the
Well, that's what they
AI.
said. They said that about my device, but
Yeah,
whenever I'm here and anybody says the phrase, the darn thing wakes up and answers. So
yeah.
so well,
I guess same thing will happen unless I register my voice, and there is a
yeah.
process to do that.
Oh,
And yeah, that's what I'm told. Let's see how it goes.
all
So,
right, that'll be fun.
On Friday nights, we order pizza through Loan's Google.
We all get together after Jay's webinar. It's somebody invariably tries to order pizza.
so yeah, that's my world: technology integration, simplification. So
Yeah.
I'm here to learn more about what fourth quarter,
Yes. Good. Right on.
how good it can be. So
All right.
I have a few things to talk about India, and Jeevita probably may be able to answer some of them. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Anyway,
All right.
yeah.
I'm always happy to have you here. For everybody's benefit, Vivek is my go-to guy when I'm trying to learn how to do something in Google. So we have been talking about making use of Google Forms on our website. So that's what we've been talking about recently. So right on. So Diana, I'm so happy you came back.
Well, thanks for having me. I was here last week. I am known as the Book Shepherd. I work with successful small business owners and speakers who have a big message they want to get out in the form of a book. So I'm excited to come back and be part of the conversation today.
Right on, and especially since it was your topic, your suggestion.
Yeah. It's been a busy week for me. I had a big client launch last Thursday, and the client is local, and so on Sunday she had a in-person launch party, and it was such great fun and very joyful for me and for her. It was awesome.
So the launch party, was it in a bookstore or somewhere different?
She actually she timed the release of the book to be in conjunction with the 5th anniversary of her business. And she hosted it at a restaurant who was her very first client.
Oh.
Which she started her business and came here. I'm in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, close to Raleigh-Durham. They were her first client, and she hosted it at the restaurant. It was a private party, a Sunday afternoon, and it was amazing.
Cool. Oh, nice way that she connected all that. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so the online launch was Thursday, the party was Sunday, and I don't think she's had too much time to recover. Maybe this week.
Yeah.
It's been busy. It's been really busy, and amazing endorsements for the book on Amazon and reviews, and we had almost 40 reviews on the book. We started the launch with 20. The day of the launch on Thursday, we had 20 reviews online, and right now I think we're close to 40. So it's
wonderful.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Well, that's cool. That's exciting. So welcome here. Right on. So Fred, where are you in Victoria now?
Well, I'm in Oak Bay with my friend, and then I'm moving to Langford probably in a couple weeks' time. And then I'm going to Australia on the 4th of December for 2 months.
Oh, I was going to ask you that because I knew you were going to be traveling on the 4th of December, right?
Yeah, and that's a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, which means
Oh, you're going to miss one. Oh.
And it means I have to get up about 4 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne if I want to.
Yeah.
So, which I did once last time.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
So I'm Fred Jones, the creator of Our Future Leaders, which I work with young people, helping them with their communication and leadership skills. It's I know the highlight of my week. This week, the one group I work with a couple groups face to face and also online. But they're planning a Halloween party.
Oh.
It's on Friday, which should be quite exciting because they're all going to have their costumes because Halloween's tomorrow.
Right.
And they're organizing it. They decided what to do. It's wonderful to see them.
So it's going to be an online Halloween party?
No. This one's face to face.
Oh, okay.
Face to face groups that I work with.
Cool.
So it's exciting. I just love watching them decide what they're going to do, and they're sending out who's going to bring food, and
right.
All organized by them. Just decided, and they decided to do it. It wasn't me. They said we got to have this. We had it a year or so before.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all excited. I have to get a costume. I have something I'm going to wear. I have to also wear. It's fun.
You have to find a different hat. Something that they're not used to seeing.
Well, I have one already.
Right. Well, in line with what you were just saying, my walking partner, Robin, is a Girl Guide leader. And in Canada, they have the whole National Girl Guide Association has changed over the way they're doing things. And whereas at one time, the leaders decided what was going to be done and how it was going to be done and all the delivery. And they have moved over to something similar to what you just described, Fred, where the Girl Guides, I think there's more than one age level, and they plan everything. They plan it, they get all the materials that are needed, and they deliver. And Robin was saying, and this is relatively new, maybe within the last month or two, and she was saying that they were sort of wondering, how this was going to play out. And she said, it's just so impressive what these young people can do. Yeah. So.
I always say that it is so different for a young person now
to grow up compared to when we were adult today. They are so aware of what's going on. There's 24-hour news, there's social media. It is a different world, totally different.
Altogether, yeah.
And there's a lot more stress on them because they know a lot what's going on. I was oblivious to what was going on in the world. I was outside playing in the yard with my friends. We didn't even have television in Thunder Bay when I was, until I was about 14. There was no TV. I didn't know what was going on. I probably didn't even know there was a president of the United States. I think I knew there was a United States, but that's about it.
Yeah.
So it's totally different world. And it's amazing how much they're able to do. We don't give them enough credit normally. So it's wonderful to hear the Girl Guides are doing that.
Yeah, they are.
They've blown me out of the water, the young kids, and the same with the guides. They'll find it's unbelievable what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, it is good news. Yeah. So welcome here, everyone. I think I did say Alana is among the missing this morning. I see Jay is among the missing as well. So life and business does happen, So this morning we were going to talk about the fourth quarter, and of course, we've only got 2 months left in this quarter, so we've already burned off 1 month. So I just thought it would be interesting to just kind of thinking about, yes, this is the fourth quarter. I thought it would be fun to go and ask each person what's the main thing that you feel as though you need to focus on for this fourth quarter. So I could share with you what my focus is. I'm in the process of building a new website, and I've as a result of all the computer disasters that happened over the last few weeks, I came to the realization that I really needed to simplify. And I see Nancy waving there too. So one of the first things that I did as a result of that week where I just felt like I was totally unfocused, and it was a kind of a break in my usual routine. And then when I realized what I was feeling, I decided, all right, we've got to do something about this. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with David Allen. I've forgotten the title of his book, but it's about staying focused and getting things done. He always recommends what he calls a brain dump. And I can't tell you how many times I've used that concept where everything's going and nothing is, like, everything's going in circles and in many directions and so forth. So I sat down and did a brain dump. So the brain dump, for anybody who doesn't know, what you do is you list everything you need to do, whether it's personal, social, business, whatever. You just get it all on paper. And because you got it there, then it allows you to kind of step back and breathe and then kind of realize what you need to do. And so that's what I did. And what came out of that was realizing that I really needed to focus more and simplify, which I spent all week kind of catching up and doing all those little things that will clear the decks so that I can simplify. And so for me, what I needed to do was decide exactly what I wanted to have achieved and finished. So setting a really clear focus and goal. So that's what I needed to do. So let's see. Well, David, what do you think you need to do?
By the way, Jay has joined us. So
Oh, has he? Oh, there he is.
You want to introduce Jay first?
Go ahead,
back
Jay,
to
before we get into discussion.
Hello, my name is Jay. My company's Magi Studios, where we help people get started in the world of coach, consulting, and training. Happy to be here, hailing from Langford, British Columbia, Canada.
Right.
Back to you, Lowland.
Yeah. Well, we're talking, Jay, we're talking about, I just threw the question out, that I thought each one of us, if we all were to say, exactly what do I need to do to make the most of this fourth quarter, even though one month of it is gone. So David.
Well, first off, Javita has a comment, and she's wondering what the fourth quarter is.
Oh.
And basically, I would define it as the last 3 months of the year.
Right.
This fourth quarter for me, I've let it slip past due to some other things, but we're deciding to change our business model, so we're in the process of setting goals for next year in our fourth quarter. We're finding that the real estate market is going to be a tough one next year. Plus, we have some competition that's going to be very hard to compete with coming online with the Zillow is going to be listing homes instead of it being done by local realtors.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 3 or 4 other places that are starting to do the same thing, where you sell your home by yourself and not have a real estate agent involved. and
Oh.
I foresee in the next year or two that's going to take off because they can, since they're doing high volume, they're doing thousands of homes at a time. They can offer a lot. They can do it for a lot less than what we can do it. It's like Walmart coming in,
Wow.
you know, and so I foresee that is going to be a market that's going to be very competitive and tough. And so we're moving all into doing internet marketing
Mm-hmm.
with local websites, and also I'm starting some affiliate websites. But affiliate, you need 6 months, 3 6 months to get started. So the fourth quarter's, it's way past that point now. So
Mm-hmm.
we're starting for next year.
So, you've already made the decision to go with a new business focus. So, in the rest of this quarter, do you plan on having your business plan put together
Yeah,
and the model? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're planning on, setting our goals and getting ready for next year, and um, deciding how we're going to do things and who's
Mm-hmm.
going to be responsible for what. Um, so
And your wife has never been. I've never met her online. Is she interested in doing the sort of online stuff?
well, her part in this role is going to be the writer,
Ah.
because
Mm-hmm.
she's written for newspapers, she's done all sorts of different stuff, and it's just a matter of getting her trained to start writing in the manner of internet
Yeah.
marketing
Yeah.
and local business marketing. And
Well, that will be good for you too.
oh yes, it'd be great for me because that's
Yeah.
where my weakness is.
Yeah.
So that's going to help out a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
then uh, we're in the process of doing that, and
Mm.
so she's going to do the writing. She doesn't like getting on camera.
Mm. Oh
I get
wow.
her in some. I get her in some of the videos, but she doesn't like getting on camera,
Yeah.
and I got to get her over that.
Yeah. Well, that takes a little bit of time, but we all felt that way to begin with. So
I know.
yeah. Right on. So, will you have a written business plan, David?
Um, I'm hoping to. I know I'm supposed to, and it works real good. But it's getting us both together and getting it written out.
Right.
And I really plan on doing that. We've sat down and discussed where we're
Yeah.
going and whatnot. So now we just got to write it
It
out,
needs to be written down. So
written
just
down, and deadlines when things are going to have to be done.
right. So
So
just so you know, I have a course almost finished on how to do a
okay,
business plan for solopreneurs.
sounds
So
great.
I shall maybe you could be my guinea pig. Would you
I
like to
would
be
love
my
to be
guinea
there.
pig?
I would love to be your guinea pig.
Okay. Right on.
As long as you're not asking for $1,000 at a time, I will. We can afford it.
Oh, I think beta testers usually don't have to pay for things.
Okay, well that's great. I'm not asking for freebies. I just got to make sure that you know
Right.
that it's reasonably priced. So,
Yeah.
but I'd love to be a beta tester and give you good comments back
Oh,
and work with
that
you.
would be wonderful.
Yep,
Hey,
no problem. Thanks.
so
It was a big
there,
help to me too.
so there's my part of my the piece that I talked about, getting that other website done. So right on. So that's exciting, David. Right on.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So now, Fred, what about you? What do you need to do to make the most of what's left of the fourth quarter?
Well, I'm working on,
And it's always an ongoing process. Currently, it's the signature speech that was recommended to me by one of the parents, so that I they can see what I'm trying to do, and I've been working on that, and that's something that's very important. So within 2 or 3 minutes, they can get the gist of why it's important and what we're trying to do. So.
And how will you where will you use that?
Well, it's really to encourage, excuse me, homeschooling parents particularly on why this type of coaching can help their young people. And because parents, homeschooling parents of all the parents are the most involved in their children's education, they are interested. But again, there's so many things vying for their attention. I have to market to them why this is so important that their young people learn these skills, particularly in the changing world. So that's what it's all about. So I've already done a couple of draft copies, and I've bounced it off my mastermind group that I have, picked it apart and said, no, you. So I'm busy on that. That's one of the things. And the other suggestion was my website. That was the young person, the 14-year-old said, okay, he will promote in his group. And I believe the young people are really important. If they're not interested in doing this, then I'm not going to have any traction. It's like, why did I join Boy Scouts when I was young? Well, I joined because it was my friends and when they were having fun, and I wanted to have fun with them. Right. And that's the same sort of principle that I'm looking for. So I did get some good feedback from the young man that I spoke to last week. So, and his recommendation, give me a website. So I have to work on that.
Right.
My challenge, and I think everybody's challenge, we set goals and these things don't happen. I think what I'm working on is more personal development. I track every day what I do. I have a spreadsheet. I've been doing it for years. I track every half hour. What did I do that half hour? If I exercised, if I did, so I can look at it. It's all color coded. It was something I heard on the CBC radio years ago. Some lady being interviewed, and then subsequently I've heard her being interviewed as well elsewhere. And then I can analyze: am I being effective? Because you can plan as much as you want. That's the easy part. It's getting things done, which is the challenge. So by tracking my time and seeing if I'm doing and just keep doing, I feel good about it, even if I'm not where I'd love to be. I mean, I'd love to be way ahead of where I am currently in this situation. As long as I am working at it and keep on talking to people and keep on, and that's what I'm looking to do. As much of that contact, like speaking to the parents, like speaking to the young person that I spoke to, that's key. It's more of, how much am I accomplishing on a daily and weekly and monthly basis? And it's just a matter, because there's so many distractions in today's world, extreme amount of distractions. Yeah. And we find that we're not getting what we want done. So that's what I'm working on. If you want to say, what am I working on? It's just to be more effective and more productive on a daily basis. That's it. I'm getting along what I want.
So here's what I heard. I have a question about the signature speech. Will that be a video, or how will you deliver it?
It's ultimately a video.
A video.
Currently it's just,
okay.
Currently it's just vocal. I'm bouncing them. I'm just recording the voice.
The content.
And then getting my feedback, saying that. Once that's in, I'll do a video.
Right on. And the other, I heard that, and then I heard that you were wanting to incorporate a little bit more fun in, based on feedback you got from your young people for your website, and then I heard big time lots of engagement.
Yeah, well, that's the ultimate, is to attract the people to say, because the concept, I believe, can take off, but I need to recruit people and convince them that this is important. I know it's important, and there's no way it isn't important.
Right.
I hear it every day. Even though what you mentioned about the Girl Guides is exactly the right thing to go. I hear it more and more on a daily basis, mainly because my ears are tuned to it.
Yes.
Because I see that. It's like anything, you buy yourself a new car, and then all of a sudden you see all those cars. Well, my ears are tuned and watching exactly what young people are involved with.
When you used that example, the female example came out into my mind. When you get pregnant, you see everybody else in town is pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. I remember it well from when I think I didn't get pregnant.
Oh dear.
But it's so true. No, it is true, and that's And that's where I know it's important. I just got to get my message out. And that was the recommendations of the people I spoke to. And there's a few more that I want to follow up with because they've worked with me and they say, yes, here's what they would do to help me. And for me to help them, this is what the recommendations were. One was the video and one was get the website so that my young person said, I can send my friends to the website so I can explain it to them.
Right.
That's really to get the, why it's important and what they can do.
Well, that's so you've got your work cut out for you too. I think it's wonderful what you're doing, Fred.
Can I just speak to that for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
Please. I just want to say, Fred, having been in the traditional, teaching realm at the public school system, I did homeschool my daughter for a year here in Victoria and became involved with their network. And I can tell you, they need people like you. They absolutely need people who have information, who have new information, who offer support in a way that's professional and logical and all the rest of it, because from what I saw, they were really struggling. And I came at it as from the role of the perspective of an educator. Eeks. They really do need some professional support. So good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. Great. So now the next person in line is Vivek. What do you need to do to take full advantage of the fourth quarter?
I need to set up websites for 2 people. One of them is from Nepal, and his aim is really good. Why he wants to run his business is really good. He wants to support the Nepalese craftsmen, handicrafts and things like that. And he wants to help protect them, support them, and bring their products to UK and sell it to them and so on. He wants to have real life events such as shows and fairs and so on. And through the website, he wants to do all of that. So that's one thing. The other is the other one is a existing business which is has been running for quite a while, but they want social media presence, and we'll be getting more into creating more YouTube videos for them and so on. And that's what I want to do. And yeah, while I have your attention, fourth quarter, Diwali in India is a big festival. And everyone, the other day, I think this happened last year, not this year. Last year, I saw an Indian company talking about fourth quarter and festival season and so on, and they were hosting a webinar. I thought, oh, finally someone is doing something for Diwali and so on. That's what I thought. I attended the webinar and they were talking about Christmas.
Oh.
Said, oh God. You are an Indian company, talk about Diwali for heaven's sake.
All right. So for those of us who are not intimately familiar, tell us what Diwali is. And I might tell you that on the radio on Saturday, I think it was, the early morning show here, they were talking about the beginning of the Diwali festival.
Yeah, Diwali festival is a huge big festival that happens in India. It's a festival of lights. Even though India is not affected by the seasonal changes as much as say, Western countries, Europe and England and USA, Canada, and so on, there is not much of change in terms of daylight and so on. It's typically, it remains the same because it's close to the
equator.
But it still is winter, gets cold and so on, and it's a festival of lights, and lots of buying happens during Diwali. Lots of business happens. Lots of white goods are bought. White goods like washing machines,
Stoves.
dishwashers and fridges and all that is bought during that time. And not only that, even cars, houses, people buy houses around that time. Jewelry. There's a huge range of products that you can market Diwali. And even in companies